We'll go back into Matthew chapter 24 and verse 16. It says, "Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains, and let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house." See, at the time when they set up their abomination, and those people that are in Judea, they're going to have to flee to the mountain. You know, because it's going to be start great tribulation. They're going to be killing the saints. See, that's why the Lord told them to flee to the mountain, because they're going to have a place prepared for them. Because they're going to be killing all out the saints. And it's like when you read about in Revelation chapter 13, verse 14 on down, when they're going to set up that image, it's like Nebuchadnezzar did. And everybody going to have to bow down and worship that image. Whosoever don't bow down and worship that image should be killed. See? That's why the Lord said for them to flee into the mountain. When they kill the two witnesses, they could go out and try to kill all the rest of the saints too. All right. That's when Jerusalem will go into captivity. You know, after they kill the two witnesses, Jerusalem will go into captivity, because before that, they couldn't take over Jerusalem because the two witnesses was there. Until the two witnesses finished their testimony, then that beast system killed them, and it took over Jerusalem. They set up that image. They set up that after they killed the two witnesses, they set up that image, went out war to kill all the rest of the saints. And Jerusalem got to go into captivity. All right. In verse 18 it says, "Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes." See, not to go back into your house. See, when they set up that abomination, you got to go straight and flee into the mountain. Don't come back and try to get anything out of your house or anything. You see, be like Lot's wife looking back. That's why I tell you to remember Lot's wife, not to look back. See, because the angel had done told Lot, had done told Lot to not to look back. None of them to not to look back, and his wife looked back and she turned to a pillar of salt. You have to obey. That's why I tell them to flee into the mountain, those that are in Judea. They don't do that, they wind up being destroyed. All right, verse 17 says, "Woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days." See, woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. It's going to be trouble, You have to flee with your children, or you're pregnant, or you have to flee with your children, It's going to be a bad time, especially like in the winter time. He said, "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." See, pray not your flight be in the winter time. See, because it will be cold, it's hard to flee, It's like when I have all that ice, snow, and stuff like that. It's not a bad time to be moving. Not a good time to be moving, when you have that ice, snow, and stuff like that, cold weather. That's why the Lord said, pray that your flight be not in the wintertime, those people that have to flee into the mountain, on the Sabbath day. Because Sabbath day, because when they set up their abomination, they're going to go out and try to kill people, all those that don't want to worship, people that are Christian, they ain't going to want to worship that image, just like Nebuchadnezzar did. Shadrach and Meshach didn't want to worship that image. See, because they knew God's commandment that shall not bow down to any graven image. See, Daniel knew God's commandments. He didn't want to bow down to the enemy. They're ready to die, to be thrown into the fiery furnace. All right. So not like on the Sabbath days, and neither on the Sabbath day, like, because the Jewish people always still worship from way back. They worship on, they be in the synagogue, on the Sabbath day. They be worshiping, so people can come and get them. That's why I said, pray not your flight be like on the winter time or on the Sabbath day. And verse 21 it says, for then shall be great tribulation. See, it could be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. See, and never be a time like it. It'll be great tribulation. That's why Jerusalem will be taken over. Will go into captivity. Because they're going to be done kill the two witnesses. You can go to Joel, I think Joel chapter 2. Joel chapter 2. And verse 2. Let's see, yes, I think in verse 2. Joel chapter 2 and verse 2 say, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spray upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. See, never be a time like it. When Jerusalem will go into captivity. It's like what you read, what Jesus Christ talk about, like in, I think, Luke chapter 21, because he's talking about the end time, just like in Matthew chapter 24 and Mark chapter 13, all that Jesus Christ was talking about the end time. And Luke chapter 21 is talking about the end time. Now I'm going to read here in Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. It said, and then shall fall by the, saying they shall fall by the edge of the sword. Talking about the people in Jerusalem. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. See, Jerusalem will go into captivity. When Jerusalem will be taken over, it will be great tribulation. Because they're going to make Satan be trying to kill all the saints. Because the saints ain't going to be want to bow down and worship that beast system. Just how it is. It's like Nebuchadnezzar did the same thing. He said everybody had to bow down when they hear the flute, harp, and all those music and stuff. They all had to bow down. Now they don't need it. They got television and internet and all that stuff, cell phone and all that can watch you and see what you're doing. Know if you bow down. See, got technology now. All right, it's and verse. Go back to Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24. I think it's going to be in verse. Because chapter 24 and verse 22 it said, except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. See, God got shortened the days for the elect's sake. Because in the first Babylon, it went into captivity over 70 years. this Babylon is only going to be 3.5 years, the Great Tribulation. You know, they're going to kill the two witnesses. Two witnesses got prophesied for 3.5 years. Then after they're going to kill the two witnesses, then they're going to go into captivity for 3.5 years. See, captivity going to last for 3.5 years. It'll be great tribulation. You know. All right, so, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Go to Isaiah 65 and 8 and 9. It'll tell you. See, the days going to be shortened. God going to shorten the day. The tribulation going to be, you know, ain't going to be as long like it was in the first Babylon. First Babylon, like I said, they stayed into captivity, 70 years. All right, verse 8, 65 and 8 said, thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in the cluster. See, the new wine is found in the cluster. A group of similar thing growing together, because the saints are there, like in all country, they have a few saints, there. See? That's why they want to destroy everybody, just like in the days of Noah, ate so, but this time I'll leave people from all nations, from many nations, he want to destroy everybody, like he did in the days of Noah. Because of the saints for the elect sake. That's why I said, except those days be sure be no flesh left alive, because everybody be killing one another. They're going to try to kill all the saints everywhere, All right, and one said, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, because the saints is in it, want to destroy everybody, and so will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. See, you want to destroy them all, like I say, because of the elect. And I will bring forth its seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inhabitor of my mountains, and my elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. See, the servant shall dwell there. See, that's why the saints going to be ruling and reigning with Christ when he come back. But that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. See, when the tribulation started, when they set up the abomination, that's when the tribulation started. The people in Judea are going to have to flee to the mountain. So because it's going to be a great tribulation. See, God tell you when they set up the abominations, then they go, the people in Judea are going to have to flee to the mountain, and it's going to be great tribulation. Satan's going to be out to destroy people, destroy the saints. Because he's going to want everybody to bow down and worship that image, like I said. What you read about it in Revelation, I read it in Revelation chapter 13. That false prophet, the second beast. There's a lot of people, don't know that, don't see that. Like in verse 14, Revelation 13 and 14. It said, deceived them that dwelled on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwelled on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See? Saying the Antichrist, what Nebuchadnezzar did. How he throws Shamrock, Meshach, and Abednego goes down into the fire furnace. Shamrock, Nebuchadnezzar did. The Antichrist or the false prophet will do that at the end time. False prophet is the Antichrist. You know, some preachers and prophets be saying, you know, the Antichrist is not a religious leader, you know, and stuff like that. He's a political leader. The Antichrist is a political leader and a religion. He's running both, you know, the government and the religion. All are supposed to be together anyway. It's like Moses did. They ran all that in together. You have to understand that. You know, Nebuchadnezzar did the same thing. He said, 12 Shamrock and Meshach, they had to bow down and worship that image. See? Because that's worship, it's a religious. See? It's religious. And he had control, and Nebuchadnezzar had control of running the government and the religion. All that's in one. When Christ come back, he's running everything in one. You know, how to live, you know. Like the government tell you how to do things, you know, stuff like that. And to worship Christ, you have to worship him. You have running everything in one. That's just how it is. The government, when God's give the law to Moses, and everything was in one. The dress, how to dress, and everything. You know, the laws, not to steal, kill, do all these things, all this, all in together. But they try to say that here and try to trick people and deceive people. Everything is in one. And that's why Paul says some going to be in government, some speak with tongues, some going to be prophets, some teachers, and all that. That make up the whole thing. It's like our government here, we make up the whole thing. Everybody be doing different parts. Some are truck drivers, you know, some, you know, garbage man, you know, some working road, you know, it's everything. Make up the whole government. Everything. Don't let people fool you with that. You know, people don't be understanding, you know, and they deceive people. But everything runs in all that together in one. Now people get wicked in the church, people get wicked, we get wicked government. That's just how it works. You know. That's what done happen here. You know. In America and around the world. That's what done happen. People don't left God. You know. Supposed to serve the same God around the world. Supposed to only have one law, one commandment for everybody. You know, commandment God give, all those commandments God give, supposed to be for all nations. Same rule for rape, murder, adultery, fornication, everything. Supposed to be the same. Not supposed to have no different law. It's like in the church house, we have all different belief in the church house. And all different church, Catholic, Baptist, Presbyterian, Jehovah's Witness, you know, Muslim, all different type of religion. Presbyterian, all different religion. You know, Pentecostals, you know, Baptists, you know. Everybody's supposed to serve the same God, supposed to believe the same thing, like Paul said. All right, this is what I wanted to bring to y'all today. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of his word.